Alright, let's take a look at this.
We're gonna start with hello, Mr. Craig.
Hello, this is Mr. Craig. Alright, so tomorrow on the quiz, you will see something like this, where you have the flask question. And there is a smart way about going about doing this, and then there's the complicated way. Number one, make sure you know your solubility rules, first and foremost. That's probably one of the easiest things. To read the instructions, what I'm looking for, if a precipitate is formed, we're taking two flasks, we're mixing them together, and if you get a PPT formed, tell me what it is. If you get two of them that form, which is rare, but it can happen, tell me which one it is or what they are. And just, you don't have to write out a formula. It says you do not need to write out the ionic equation. Don't do that. Just tell me what it is. Now, this is how we do it the smart way. We cross off who we know will never form a precipitate. So looking at, say, manganese chlorate, will manganese ever form a PPT?
No.
Or could it?
No.
Absolutely it could. It's a great candidate for making PPTs. Will chlorate ever make a PPT? No, so we can cross that off. Looking at, and why? Let's talk about that rule. Why would chlorate not?
Because it's always soluble in CO3.
Right, so one of the first rules, all nitrates, chlorates, and acetates are soluble. So chlorate will never form a PPT. What about lithium?
No.
Why?
It's
Group 1A. So it's in that group 1A, none of those will form a precipitate with the ammonium as well. What about phosphate?
It could.
Yeah, a lot of times. Remember the rule that sulfide, phosphates, chromate, carbonate are not soluble except with group 1A and ammonium. So phosphate likes to dance. What about silver?
No.
Yeah, it does sometimes, especially with chloride, bromide, iodide. Also with the sulfides and all those others. So we can't cross that one off. What about nitrate?
Yeah, we can cross it.
Yeah, nitrate, anytime nitrate's in a compound, it will always be soluble. So I'm crossing off those that will always be soluble. What about ammonium? Always, because it's in group 1A, quote unquote. What about chromate? It likes to form PPTs as well. What about sodium?
Yeah,
Why?
cross it out. I love it.
Group 1A, just that easy. Chloride, it's soluble a lot of times, but it's not with the lead, the mercury 2, plus 2, and drawing a blank. But, or silver, that's it. Okay, what about potassium?
No.
Group 1A, sulfur, pretty nasty. Cesium,
Yes, alkali.
No,
it's in group 1A, so it also will be crossed off. What about hydroxide?
it's always.
Because that one reacts to anything
It's
except
not
for
soluble.
alkalis, NH4, and calcium down.
Calcium on down. So when we look at hydroxide, it is not soluble except when you're looking at group 1A and calcium on down. So I've crossed off all of those that will never form a PPT. So when we look at our situation here where it says flask 1 with flask 3, so we've got, I'm going to take these two and essentially pour them together into a new container and see will I form precipitate. That's what flask 1, flask 2 means. Pour them together, make a new solution, and will we form a precipitate? Okay, so looking at flask 1 and flask 3, will we form a PPT? No. Why?
Because there's one of the always solubles in each. So
Because our non-metals are soluble, so it doesn't matter. True, the manganese is going to go with the nitrate, the silver is going to go with the chlorate. Well, we already crossed off those non-metals. That means they're not dancing. So this is a clear solution. Make sense? So let's look at another scenario here.
Would it be just wrong if you just kept, doing the equation?
What do you mean?
Like,
You mean write out the equation?
yeah.
it takes forever.
It's going to take you a long time, but I'm not going to count it wrong if you do. But I want you to get to the point where you can look at these things and go, manganese with nitrate, manganese nitrate, soluble. Silver with the chlorate, silver chlorate, that's soluble. Now silver chloride, now we got something. So looking at number 2, and I'm not going to do all these, but I'll do a couple of these. So 2 with 5, so we've got 2 with 5. Okay. So, will we have a precipitate form?
Nope.
Why?
Yeah.
Yeah, the metals are out. See how nice and quick that is? If you automatically go through and cancel out who will never dance, then you can speed up the process by going, no, wait a minute, lithium chloride, oh my gosh, those chlorides. You eliminate that whole process by knowing what the rules are, so that one as well is clear. Or no reaction. And I also want you to write no reaction if there is no reaction. Sorry about that. All right, so let's look at 6 and 4. Go 4 and come back. Okay. And 6. Same thing, right? Yeah, Caleb.
So to be a PPT, both have to be not soluble. If even just one of them can be soluble.
What do you mean both? What does both mean? Let's clarify what you're asking, because I think I know what you're saying, but I want you to say it.
Like number.
Well, let's answer this. Will 3 make a PPT? Why?
Because ammonium is always soluble and so is.
Potassium. Good. So let's look at 4 and 7. Let's skip that one. God, these are terrible examples. How about 1 and 2? Here we go. Of course, I kind of gave it away by doing that. So I'm looking now at number 5 here. Will we form precipitate? Based on what you asked.
Yeah, it's the manganese and phosphate are both not soluble.
Very good. So we have a metal. So we have our metal here, the manganese, and we have phosphate. And phosphate, if phosphate's with anybody in group 1A or ammonium, then it's soluble. But in this case, we have manganese phosphate. And what's the charge on, and here's another kicker. What's the charge on the manganese here?
3.
Plus 3. How do you know it's 3?
Sorry, it says minus 1.
Very good. So you gotta look at the non-metal and know that there's 3 of those. So manganese, I think it has like 4 charges, 4 or 5. It has a plus 7, plus 6, plus 4, plus 2, plus 3. Still need to know that. The non-metal will tell you what the charge is. So that's a plus 3 phosphate. So in that case here, that would be our PPT for number, what is it? 2? Sorry, this guy right here. Okay. And so we would have a PPT, and then you write the formula. So I think what you were saying is the metal and the non-metal, when you said the 2 get together. Is that what you were saying?
Yeah.
Okay. Because we don't have to have, and you'll notice that in every one of these, it won't necessarily be the situation tomorrow, but every one of these, they have somebody that's going to cancel out. So tomorrow on the quiz, I promise you're not going to have as many no reactions, but you'll have some. Okay. Any other questions about what this, does that make it a little more,
Is there a staple on the quiz tomorrow?
there will be no staple.
Is that